our traditional leadership who are here, special advisor to the Premier, faith-based leaders, and of course, the important people who are our tourism stakeholders and our sponsors, which include amongst the brewery, saying members of the media, you are very important because this sector cannot survive without you. But with your support, always writing good stories about our province, that's the only way we can be able to survive. I started at the Agri 5 Expo in Tzaneen, where I was addressing the farmers, and I was indicating that I didn't see a lot of coverage on this very critical and important function, because when Agri 5 comes to the province to support farmers, whether it's financially, whether it's ideas of mechanization, that is what will make sure that as a province we don't drop from the improvement that we have registered when it comes to the reduction of the unemployment rate, as the MEC Bomatibe has indicated. If we are able to empower all the upcoming farmers in our province so that they can end up being commercial farmers, one farmer can employ as many workers as possible. That will help us to even grow our economy and also to fight poverty, because that's what we exist for. We exist as government to make sure that inclusive economic growth, at the same time creating a conducive environment which will lead into job creation. We are also existing because we need to fight the cost of living, which is high. We also exist because we must develop an ethical and a developmental state. That is why we are existing. That's why we are called seventh administration. Any other things is secondary to those three. But my observation there, members of the media, I was saying, and MEC Matibe, I'm still standing to be corrected. We are hosting a G20 in this country, in this continent, for the first time. Something that every media house was supposed to be so obsessed with and reporting positive stories about it. But guess what? Just go and switch on any radio station. If it's not Madanga, it's ad hoc. If it's not, we are listening to Brian Mukhuti every left, right, and center. And the G20 there, it's on its own in terms of reporting. The only time when you switch on your television and they are reporting about G20, it's when they are telling you Trump said this, AfriForum said that. Why are we so obsessed with negative energy? Do we really love our country? Are we really understanding that when we fought for media not to be sensitized, we were not saying media must be anti-progress. I'm not saying don't report that, but it cannot dominate the space when we have got critical issues to report about. Don't make me trend for saying this, but it's a fact. You can't make us to listen to Trump and his negativity. We know ourselves. We know that all what he's talking about is not existing in our country. But we continue to report when we know, but this is not true. We don't go in and crush him as the media. But if you were doing to another country, because even its media, there's patriotism when it comes to their own country. Look, this is our country. It doesn't matter who is leading, whether you like Ramathuba or not. It's your country. Your great-grandchildren will inherit what we are doing today. So that is why it must be important for you to laugh. So today, we are here because we have gathered here at Meropa Casino to officially activate the 2025 Limpopo Ka Dizemba campaign. And the program director is correct. December, yes, paid. Yes, aburina, December. Le ha o ka ya ka Sevenda, ba re ndi December. Le ka Setsonga ba re I December. So we write it in our own, December, December. Ke yona ya borena. This is an important component of our weekly Tourism Thursday program. This activation, it's more than just a ceremonial event. It is a strategic platform to showcase the unique experiences and competitive advantage that position Limpopo as a destination of choice for both domestic and international travelers. So today we are also unveiling the 2025 summer campaigns packages, complete with exciting tourism Black Friday specials. You're going to see them, crafted to offer the unforgettable and affordable experiences. I must commend the team at tourism sector for its unwavering dedication in keeping Limpopo consistently amongst the top 3 most visited provinces in South Africa. Your resilience, your creativity, and your commitment are the pillars that sustain our tourism economy. And I must indicate to you to say, we are being referred as the top 3, but there must be a time, and the time is now, that we must be the province which is topping, wherein it's a destination of choice. Everybody, wherever they are sitting, when they think of where can I visit this December holiday, they must say, I'm going to Limpopo. That's what we want. We want to see, because we have got everything that people would want to see. The other advantage here, Chair, is that when you visit Limpopo, we were in Cape Town for January 8th. You have seen even in December how traffic is. You can't even travel. But here in Limpopo, oh, you've got abundance, whether you want wildlife. It's only in Limpopo where you can see big 6 that they talk about. We don't talk about big 5. We talk about big 6. So we want to remain competitive, and we must also broaden our horizon. We need our stronger partnership to bid for and host major events. Limpopo must remain Africa's Eden, a province blessed with breathtaking landscapes, abundant of wildlife, as I've already indicated, unmatched cultural diversity. You can see, man, it's only in Limpopo where you get the originals. The heritage site of global significance, and the only place in the world that proudly hosts the big 6, as I've already indicated. These are powerful assets that should give us confidence, as we compete for major events and conferences. Of course, while we are working hard to finally get a convention center, we must do it during our term, and the chairperson. We have to fight, must get a convention center. If it means we go and make some sit-in in some offices, let's do it. The sit-in for our province. Because in Limpopo, I keep on saying, our community must not go and bend tires because they demand that and that. As the leadership, we must go and sit in those offices that are supposed to give whatever a development that we need. So a convention center, it's something that we can't postpone. It's something that we must continue to fight for. Because we have seen ourselves that just this September, we demonstrated our hosting capacity with excellence when we welcome over 1,000 delegates for the South African Association of Public Administrators, Administration and Management, the SAPAM conference in Thohoyandou, in partnership with the University of Venn. This was a major economic injection into the local tourism value chain. It has never been hosted by this province, and they decided to host it that side. And they did, and it was a success. And I agree with you, Executive Mayor. The bottom line is that when we hosted SAPAM, all the hotels around Thohoyandou were full to capacity. What does it mean? They will tell you that they even had to hire more staff for that period. When we hosted the G20 Ministers of Health, I have asked the Ranch Hotel. They said, no, I can't remember whether it was more than 200 employees for that particular week to work and make sure that they attend to all our guests. What does it mean? There was plate of food on a table of certain household which never had. So hosting of events, it's something that Limpopo Tourism must continue to bid. And I'll continue to be your spokesperson, you know that, so that they can give you funds in order to get a such. Because when we host, people don't understand that the economic spin-off might not be generating revenue for LTA, but it will be changing, and you will see it when Stats SA come to announce that your GDP has increased by 0.9%, so that they can come and see what, but it cannot happen if, as government, as the leadership, we do not create that particular environment for the church to be able to be marketed and to be known all over the global community. So colleagues, Limpopo's greatest strength is its cultural and also natural heritage. This is why village tourism must take center stage as a driver of local economic development. We must use tourism as a tool to create jobs and strengthen our small enterprises. Therefore, we will reduce poverty even in our rural economy, because communities, because December is coming. We know Makarapa don't want to stay at home. They come for Friday, they want to live. Those guest houses at different homes, let's support them. Let's create, because it is through them that we'll see development even in our rural areas. So earlier this year, through Tourism Thursday, we managed to launch the spring campaign in the Sekhukhune district, featuring the hidden treasures of Badikwanyane village, the Sikweneng, to Far Rock, and the Situnyeng hiking trail. Those of us who love hiking, you know, even in our rural areas, we have now begun to have those hiking trails with their striking natural formations and perennial waterfalls that stand out as world-class attraction. One of the issues that I'm going to be appealing, MEC, is that all of us, when you visit whatever area of the province, take some pictures. Showcase. I know some of you do not want to appear on social media, but taking a picture and send it to me. I'll pretend as if it's me who visited that area, and will publish as anything that will make sure we publish Limpopo, we market Limpopo. I'll do that. Send me that picture and say, I've been to this area. It's a wonderful. You didn't get passed out from home. Meeting and whatever. It's understandable. I'm a human being. I'm not gonna actually jump it, but we must market every single corner of the province. So send me those pictures. I will share with them even on my page to say this is one of the hiking trail that we are having in the province. And those who are our followers will choose to come and visit that area come December. So these are unique jewels that must be marketed aggressively, particularly to the visiting friends and relatives. So marketing, it will, at the end of the day, when they go back home, those people will come back and with the, as I was saying, here are ministers flourishes in the world. And these are ministers who, they are coming for the first time in Limpopo. You want them to go back and for holidays to say, let's go. That is the province where we were treated well. But if they arrive here at the airport and they are told there's the airport, but we can't land because there's no ILS and instrument landing system, and they go back and they have to drive on N1, they will never come back. So people, you will understand, I was not hating the staff of GAL. I was saying to you, you don't know what you are doing. Tell us so that we get other people who can do the job. If we don't have a reliable transportation system, we must forget about investment. We must forget. I mean, imagine you are coming here for a meeting. Your meeting is scheduled for 9 hours. You are an investor. People are waiting for you there. And then the flight, you are told, there is the airport. It has happened to me several times. I'm sure many of you could see, and then the plane the pilot try, and then he think twice to say, by the way, my mistake as a pilot can never be reversible. If I take chance, all these people are gone. The moment you think about that, you take U-turn, go back to OR Tambo. Now, what happens to that investor? We are losing investment, we are losing a market. So we need to work together towards doing that. So we are also encouraged by the strong partnership with the Mahala Week and the Sun Parks Week. We know that Limpopo is housing more than 70% of Sun Parks, which is the work that LTA must do, LTA board. You must work hard to make sure that the country knows that we are housing more than 70% of the Kruger National Park, and the global community must understand. That is why you saw us earlier, as program director has indicated, with partnership with the private sector, Fly Safari. When we launch our Cape Town Hoedspruit route, excitement that is there, and I was talking to the chairman of Fly Safari and the CEO. They were saying to me, since they've launched, it was 3 weeks when we hold our investment conference, the utilization rate was more than 87% already. 87%. Now there is something good that Hoedspruit Airport is doing, which we must do here at Polokwane Gateway. We are an international airport. We expect aeroplanes, we expect cargoes to land straight from wherever, any part of the world. That's what we need to see happening, to support the work of Limpopo Tourism Agency. So today, I'm happy that the executive mayor on behalf of the executive mayor of Polokwane, he has already shared with you some of the products that will happening just around here in Polokwane and Capricorn district. We must not forget the annual Sapayopa celebration. So I will be, you see, that is the issue. That was the issue. But the reality now is that you must forgive me. I must support all the Limpopo teams, and I must support South African teams when they are playing with international. We can't wait for the Mapungubwe Festival. Let's all go and enjoy ourselves. Last year we pitched it at another level. This year we must also. MEC has already spoken about Marula Festival, which will be coming next year during the Marula. That's our unique. Have you ever heard of Mapungubwe Festival? Where have you ever heard of Marula Festival? They are happening in Limpopo, because Limpopo, it's us. We are unique, and you can say whatever. Now we are going to have another unique youth festival, the Limpopo. Where have you ever heard Limpopo music in the world, except in our province? So we must be artists, and we must support them, because when they are performing on the stage, they have hired even their support staff, whether it's the young dancers, whether it's those who are playing the instrument. What are they doing? They are creating jobs for them. So journalists, you have got enough stories to write. You don't have to be focusing on Madanga. Here I'm giving you stories to write. And of course, we are also going to have our celebration of the yellow oram lily flower, the one in Leolo, in the and Rosenevec. It's in Sikukuni. You know Leolo. We should go and celebrate that. So as a tourism sector, you are our frontline ambassador. The Premier, it's your number one ambassador, and all of you follow me so that all the people of this province must become ambassadors of our province. Let's not allow people, when they talk bad and evil things about our province, because we know ourselves, we know our province. So venues like Meropa must serve as hubs for entertainment, collaboration, and economic activity. Together, let us ensure that the festive spending circulates within our province and benefits all our local businesses. The objectives of Limpopo Ka Dizemba campaign are very clear. Let's inspire and increase domestic travel. Uskadula haye ka Christmas. Let's promote geographic spread to the less visited areas, especially those areas that are not known, that are not well marketed. I'm here to market for them. Let's reduce tourism seasonality, and also we will be able to create inclusive economic opportunities throughout the year. This year, we have assembled a competitive package to drive our Limpopo Ka Dizemba campaign. So we are calling all tourism partners to share their festive season, especially so that we can, those who have got specials, so that we can be able to feature them in our Limpopo tourism website. We have now created a website as Limpopo Tourism, wherein we will be sharing all those areas that we think we should be able to promote. So as the provincial government, our message is, let each one of us work tirelessly to ensure that Limpopo continues to shine as one of South Africa's top 3. But I said it must be leading, it must lead the country in terms of destinations of choice, not only during December, but throughout the year. So the festive specials and the travel packages are now officially open. Having said that, we will be having all these festivities, we'll be having the soccer tournament. I'm pleading with all those who are owners of hotels, owners of B&B, owners of Airbnbs, those of you who own accommodations, please don't inflate prices. Don't inflate prices. I know you might be saying, hey, there's calling a final. Let me just double. If the accommodation was 900 per night, let me make it 2,000. If it was a 5-star, it was 7,000 a night, let me make it 14,000. Colleagues, let's not do that. The program director and the MEC will interpret. In Chivenda, there is one idiom which says, Mutari ulakangwe, tiru lilakanji. When you think you are smart, you will survive once. But those who appear to be foolish and stupid, they will continue to eat. Because the moment you start to make your price to be 14,000, to double the prices, there's no way they will come back to you. So you might make a bomb, a killing now, forget it, and then the business collapse. Do not do like what we see in other cities. Maybe other cities, they are already well established. When you know that there's a mining in Daba, you know you can't afford a room is 100,000 per night. It's happening now. When there's an opening of parliament, the rooms are, because maybe they know they've arrived. As a province, as Polokwane City, and my mayors, we have not yet arrived. We still want to arrive. So let's keep to our prices. Because when you do that, they will still want to come to say, but we enjoyed Limpopo at this particular affordable. Then they will come and they will, so until when the demand, when you have arrived where you want to go, you can maybe start to charge that. But for now, that is my plea. That is the first plea, to say, let's work together with our tourism agencies to say, please, it's not the time to inflate prices. You don't know what the municipality, what the MEC Matibe have gone through to be able for them to find some of these games coming to play here. We go and bid, ask your chairman here. And when we do that, we are doing it for you, on your behalf. So you can't thank us by doubling the price, by chasing away the very same guest. You know, it's like in a house, when a relative come in, when they see them, the kids are still there. Kids see an uncle coming to visit, and then they say, we are asking for, the uncle will never visit you again. So that's what you are doing. We want you to take care of our visitors so that we can be able to bid for many events, because they will know Limpopo is affordable. The second issue I'm asking, our restaurants, during that time, don't close. I went to attend one game in one town. After the game, even KFC was closed. Just giving an example to say, we shouldn't. At that time, we know after, we want chisanyama. We want to, that's the time where you must be buying, you must be making a living, there must be vibe. People must feel we are in Limpopo and it's December. Limpopo. So they will think about us even the next December. So as we officially launch the 2025 Limpopo Ka Dizemba campaign, I wish all our visitors, our partners, our residents a safe, joyful, and memorable festive season. Let's welcome all our guests. Let's drive safely in our roads. Let's respect our roads. Let's help to fight crime, because if people know that they are being pickpocketed, they will never come again. So if they know that they are safe, they are free, they will be able to enjoy. I know I'm standing between you and lunch, but otherwise, Limpopo Ka Dizemba, it's going to happen. It's officially launched. We want to see everybody who is watching us from whatever corner that please come to Limpopo. Please drive to Limpopo. Even, I repeat, Makadzi and Master KG, they told you, Limpopo Ka Dizemba, diaboya, ko Limpopo. And they were not lying. Diaboya, ko Limpopo. So, Karierote, Limpopo. Rio Enjoya, Limpopo. Limpopo Ka Dizemba. Go Limpopo. Thank you.